Hi guys, I'm gonna start recording while on a loading screen. Mine as well. Anyways, this is a re-record of a video I had up yesterday. I realized I kinda rambled on in that video and repeated myself a couple of times, and I can do this a lot faster and have it a little bit more compressed for those of you who want to just run through very quickly to see what I'm doing. Anyways, it's the same thing. It's how to gear out your tunes during the 12x boost until the Shadow of Revan hits. I'm jumping into a flashpoint right off the bat. Basically what we're going to want to do is get on one of our higher level tunes, level 50 to level 55, and run a bunch of low level flashpoints to get at least 9 pieces of gear from that flashpoint. This is all level 21 gear from this flashpoint because I've run it a couple times as examples. And basically you just need 9 pieces that have at least a mod, armoring, and enhancement, because you have 9 pieces of gear that use at least mods and armoring, and then 2 that just use mods, and then just 7 that use enhancements outside of the... yeah. For this to work, you're going to need legacy gear. You need at least... at least 7 pieces to be able to move all of the armors over for your gear here, if not 8 to be able to also get this in. And then you need at least 1 legacy weapon to get, or depending on what you want, to get the hilt over. You'll need a blaster obviously to get the barrel over, but what you want to do is jump in a flashpoint.
Someone just land out there. This is Republic Survey Team 689.
And run it as quickly as you possibly can on that tune.
Strongly advise you do not approach the ruins.
As a forewarning, it does only work if you have a tune that uses the same stats.
689 Mark 1. I don't know who's hearing this, but most of us are already dead.
The stats go over like this. A Jedi Consular goes to a Sith Inquisitor, a Sith Warrior goes to a Jedi Knight, a Smuggler goes to an Imperial Agent, and a Bounty Hunter goes to a Trooper. Each one has their own gear set that they require. I just got into combat. Sorry about that. Anyways, I'm going to continue through even talking through the combat, because I want to. Inquisitor and Jedi Counselor main gear stat is going to be willpower. Sith Warriors and Jedi Knights main stat is going to be strength. Then you have the Bounty Hunter and Trooper that has the main stat of aim, and the Agent and Smuggler who has the main stat of cunning.
Of course, I can do anything.
And you should all... as you can see here, I have the gear for, obviously, a level 55, but the gear here is willpower main stat. Well, that one's endurance main stat. Anyways, every piece of gear you're going to get is going to have that main stat. I'm doing really shittily at dodging these, really poorly at dodging these, sorry. Anyways, as I was saying, you just need to run this 3 to 4 times. There is no need to run it more unless you're planning on leveling several tunes of the same
They try to make converts. They worship some sort of Sith legend.
stats. So if you wanted, say, do 2 Inquisitors at once, or 2 Jedi Counselors at once, or something. I'm just using that as an example since I'm on an Inquisitor, by the way.
The Republic sent us to this planet to learn, to see, and we have seen so much.
It is going to be taking me a little bit longer to run this than it should, you guys, but
shall rise again, and we will be his favored children.
These flashpoints, if you're doing Aethys, as an example, on a level 55, it actually only takes you 5 minutes. Not the 7 or 9 it's going to take me, because I am rambling while I do this. Anyway, the main bosses that you're after are actually all three, because they all three drop gear. I'm not really certain if all three of them are gonna drop good gear, because sometimes they just drop blues rather than moddable. What you're going to want to do in this part is try to avoid all combat as possible. Use all your speed buffs that you have at your disposal. You cannot summon a mount until a couple flashpoints away from this one, I believe. Anyways, I'm going to skip ahead to the end and then continue on. We are back.
I've been waiting for you. He will take your bodies and your ship. The galaxy will be his again.
The last fight is going to be the longest fight.
Lord of Heart and I. Such fools! How could you hope to challenge us?
And that is only because he vanishes, and sometimes your companion won't attack him.
You are nothing here.
By the way, I literally just thought about this just now. The method here, it can also be quite effective if you don't feel like running flashpoints on your low-level tunes while you're leveling them, and you still want the good gear.
This was his place of power. You are nothing here.
Say if you're trying to level a DPS, and since Qs take forever as a DPS, it would still be nice to get that gear so you could just run through and grab it. Okay, don't forget to finish up the flashpoint, otherwise you're gonna end up being stuck with it and not... Sorry, I was distracted by my companion over there. And not being able to exit, or, well, not exit, you'll have to re-enter a couple times to until you realize the reason why you can't restart the flashpoint is because you didn't complete it, or get that there. Anyways, what you want to do after you get all of those runs completed is you're going to want to transfer to your Stronghold. If your guild also has a flagship, this works as well, but if you're doing it cross-faction, like, say, since I'm on in my Empire tune, if you're going from Empire to Republic, you're going to need a Stronghold that actually is for both factions. Either that, or you're going to have to use the mailbox, and that will add a little bit more to your cost. But this method means that instead of spending around 100k per 10 levels, or how many ever levels you want to do this for, you are only spending about maybe 1,000, if not a little bit more. And by 1,000 I mean, well, not 1,000, sorry, you're spending about 1,000 per piece. So, I don't feel like doing math. Anyways, let's do math. You're only spending, say, 9k instead of 100k. Thereabouts. Anyways, what you want to do is, if you have a ton of legacy gear, like I do, because they keep sending me legacy gear, this isn't even half of it. Anyways, you want to come to your Stronghold and come to where you have your legacy Stronghold storage, which you should get for free if you do the quest line. And what you want to do then is just transfer all of the gear that you just got into your legacy armor. And then once you have all of the stuff on your legacy armor, log out of your level 55, log into your lower level tune, and then come back to your Stronghold and grab your gear. You can equip it in the legacy gear, or you can move it all out and put it into the armorings that you want to wear. However, if you don't want the extra cost of moving it, it is wise just to use your legacy gear, especially if you have adaptive legacy gear, because that way you're not having the extra cost of having to move it out, and you're not spending 18k instead. Before I leave you guys for the videos, or the video, I'm going to show you where to go roughly on the Imperial fleet for the mission departure, since a lot of people are used to doing this without it. And also, if you guys don't have a level 55, that goes across to a tune that you're leveling, because I know a lot of people don't. I'm one of them. I don't have a character for my Sith Warrior, so I've been kind of struggling with the armorings for my Sith Warrior. Anyways, either ask a guildie for help to team up with you and do that, or struggle with it like I am. Or you could try cheating it like I was earlier, but it's not a very good way. I got one piece of Sith Warrior gear and it wasn't transferable, so I was trying to use my companion to help cheat it. Anyways, the mission departure on both fleets, it's flipped on the Republic fleet compared to the Empire fleet, so if you can visualize the map that I'm about to show you. We are here on the Empire fleet. This is the mission departures, which is where you're going to want to go. On the Republic fleet, I believe it's over here, where the Korban and Hutta departures are for the Empire. But you want to go to where your mission departures is on your fleet, click on it, and go to your dropship hangar. That about sums it up for this video.
I follow you.
Thank you guys for watching. This is Flamewing80, signing out.